Have you ever prayed for more opportunities, abundance, love, support, ease, peace? And then the moment arrives and you felt uncomfortable. You insisted, no, I'm okay. I don't want to bother you. I'll just do it myself. And without realizing, you rejected the very thing you had been asking God for. Because receiving is a muscle, and if you never practice it, you'll unintentionally block the life that you've been praying for. One of the biggest misconceptions about femininity is that receiving means depending. It doesn't. Dependence says, I can't function without you. Receiving says, I can do it myself, but I don't have to do everything by myself. There's an enormous difference. A high quality woman is capable. She has skills, she can earn, she can lead, she can create, she can problem solve. But she also understands something most people overlook. Strength is not measured by how much you carry. Sometimes strength is measured by how much you're willing to accept. Have you ever noticed how difficult it is for some women to accept a compliment? They're usually like, when someone says, you look beautiful, they'll be like, oh, I look a mess. Or I love your outfit. Oh, it was on sale. Someone offers to help and they're like, no, I got it. Don't worry about it. Someone buys some dinner and they're like, oh, you don't have to. Someone opens the door and they're like, yeah, I got it. I got it. Someone offers an opportunity and they're like, I don't know if I'm ready. Notice the pattern. It isn't about the compliment. It isn't about the dinner, and it isn't about the opportunity. It's about the discomfort with receiving. Psychologically, many women learned very early that receiving wasn't safe. Maybe every gift came with guilt. Maybe every favor became leverage. Maybe someone constantly reminded them, after everything I've done for you. How many of us have probably heard that before? Maybe their love always came with conditions attached to it, or the support came with control, or the generosity came with manipulation. So our nervous systems made a decision: never owe anyone anything, never need anyone, never receive, because receiving feels dangerous. And while that strategy may have protected you once, it also may be limiting you now. When you're afraid to receive, you begin overfunctioning. You become the woman who always gives, always helps, always fixes, organizes, carries, always pours, until one day you become completely exhausted. Not because no one wanted to help, but because you never allowed them to. One of the hidden limiting beliefs I see all the time in women is, if I receive something from someone, they'll use it against me. And for some women, that belief came the real experience. So this isn't about pretending manipulation doesn't exist. Healthy discernment matters. Boundaries matters. Choosing trustworthy people matters. Receiving does not mean abandoning wisdom. I'm going to say that again. Receiving does not mean abandoning the wisdom that you have gained from experience, but it means refusing to let painful experiences convince you that every act of kindness comes with strings attached. Another hidden belief that I always hear is, if I receive too much, I'll look weak. But think about it. Who taught us that accepting support makes you less valuable? Many of the most successful people in the world didn't build alone. They received mentorship, investments, partnership, guidance, introductions, teams, resources. Why do we celebrate collaboration in businesses, yet shame women for accepting help in everyday life? This is where femininity becomes powerful. The feminine doesn't only create, it also allows, attracts, welcomes, nurture, and receive. And here's something interesting. If men could experience healthy feminine energy for one day, many of them would understand the power of receiving immediately. Not because receiving is lazy, but it's strategic. Why would they spend every ounce of energy proving that they can carry everything alone when collaboration allows everyone to operate in their strengths? Working smarter isn't a weakness, it's wisdom. Now let's bring this back to business. Some women refuse opportunities because they believe that they have to earn everything the hardest way possible. They won't delegate, they won't hire, they won't ask questions, they won't network, they won't accept mentorship, they won't let someone recommend them. They wear exhaustion like it's a badge of honor. Meanwhile, someone else understands the value of receiving support, building relationships, accepting opportunities with gratitude. Guess who grows faster? Not necessarily the harder worker, but the woman who understands leverage. Receiving is leverage. Imagine someone recommending your business, or someone introducing you to the right client, or someone opening a door that you've been knocking on for years. Would you be able to simply say thank you? Or would guilt immediately convince you that you have to repay it before it's even accepted? Another consequence of struggling to receive is resentment. Because when you're always giving, eventually you begin wondering why nobody pours back into. But people can't pour back into a cup that refuses to be filled. Sometimes the people around you want to love you, support you, celebrate you, help you. You simply never let them. High quality women understand reciprocity, not scorekeeping. There's a difference. Healthy relationships naturally have seasons. Sometimes you give more, sometimes you receive more, sometimes you're pouring, sometimes someone else is pouring to you. Life was never designed to be one-sided. Receiving also requires humility. Sometimes pride disguises itself as independence. You'll say, I'll do it. I don't need anyone. I'll figure it out. But underneath underneath that confidence sometimes is fear of disappointment, losing control, and vulnerability. Healing asks us to examine whether our independence is actually freedom or simply self-protection. One of the greatest level up tools isn't learning how to work harder. It's learning how to become available for what you already prayed for. Practice receiving compliments without deflecting them. Practice saying thank you. Practice allowing someone to help carry the bags. Practice accepting opportunities without immediately questioning whether you deserve them. Practice allowing people to celebrate you. Practice believing that generosity can exist without manipulation. Every time you do, you're teaching your nervous system something new. Good things can arrive, and I don't have to push them away. The highest version of yourself isn't a woman that only knows how to earn. She's also a woman who knows how to receive, because abundance is never about what flows out of you. It's also about what you're willing to let flow in. And perhaps that's why so many women stay exhausted, not because they lack ambition, but because they confuse hearing everything with being valuable. Your value was never measured by how heavy the load of your shoulders was. Sometimes your greatest level up begins the moment you stop asking, what can I prove, and start asking, what am I finally willing to receive? Because high quality essence isn't about becoming the woman who needs rescuing. It's about becoming a woman who is so secure in what she has and who she is that she can give generously, receive gracefully, and discern wisely. That is feminine power. That is emotional maturity. And that is the art of receiving. Remember, ladies, in order to live a high quality lifestyle, you have to embody high quality essence. Smooches!